There was once a gentle woman named Grace who lived in a quiet town. She wasn't known for riches or beauty, but for something far more powerful, her heart. Grace believed deeply in doing the will of God, and she lived each day guided by love, kindness, and faith. Every morning she would wake up early, say her prayers, and ask God to use her to bless someone that day. She spent her time helping the elderly, feeding the hungry, and comforting those who felt forgotten. Even when life was hard, she never complained. She trusted that God had a purpose for everything. Many people admired her, but Grace had never truly found love. Suitors came and went, but she always felt that none of them shared her deep commitment to faith and compassion. So instead of chasing love, she chose to serve God wholeheartedly, believing that if love was meant for her, it would come in God's perfect time. One day, while volunteering at a small shelter, she met a man named Daniel. He was quiet, humble, and carried a kind smile. He had come to help, just like her. At first, they barely spoke, just simple greetings and shared tasks. But over time, Grace noticed something special about him. He didn't just help people, he cared for them deeply, just like she did. Daniel, too, was drawn to Grace, not just for her kindness, but for her faith. He saw how she trusted God in everything and how her presence brought peace to others. As days turned into weeks, their conversations grew deeper. They talked about life, struggles, faith, and their desire to live according to God's will. There was no rush, no pressure, just a beautiful growing connection built on trust and shared purpose. One evening, after a long day of serving, they sat quietly watching the sunset. Daniel gently said, "Grace, I've prayed for a woman who loves God more than anything, and I believe he led me to you." Grace smiled softly, her eyes filled with tears. "I stopped looking for love," she replied, "because I trusted God to bring it to me. And now I see why." Their love didn't begin with passion. It began with purpose. Together, they continued serving others, growing in faith, and building a life centered on God. And Grace realized something beautiful. When you truly follow the will of God, love doesn't just find you. It finds you in the most perfect, peaceful, and meaningful way.